Let's talk about something we all think about. What happens to a person's stories after they pass away? It's a challenge every family faces, right? All the memories, the wisdom, the little inside jokes, they don't just vanish, but they do get scattered. They live on with different people in different ways, and trying to hold on to them for the next generation, well, that's the hard part. Today, we're going to look at how technology is stepping in to help solve this very human problem.
And it's so true. Just think about it in your own family. Your uncle has that one story he always tells, your cousin has that perfect photo on her phone, and maybe you saved an old voicemail just to hear their voice. Each one of those pieces is like a little gem, but they're scattered. And if we're being honest, they're at risk of getting lost as time goes on.
Okay, but what if you could take all those scattered pieces and weave them together into one beautiful, lasting story? That's where things get really cool. We're going to follow a woman named Emily, who used a new kind of technology to capture the legacy of her father, Arthur, by doing exactly that. So how does something like this even get started? Well, it's not with some complicated software or a big formal family meeting. It actually starts with just one person and a really simple invitation. It all begins with Emily. She decides to be the organizer. She starts a project for her dad, Arthur, and then she just texts a link to her family. That's it. Anyone can click the link and add a memory right from their phone. And this is so important because it gets rid of all the technical roadblocks that might stop, say, an older relative from sharing a story. It's literally as easy as sending a text. You can almost think of it as the Uber model, but for family stories. You've got one person, the organizer, who kicks things off. Then you have contributors who can easily add their part, their memories. An AI engine works in the background, doing all the heavy lifting, acting like an editor. And what you get in the end isn't just a folder of files. It's a polished, professional-grade story.
Okay, so the invitations are out. Now the magic starts to happen as the memories begin to pour in. Let's take a look at how different family members added their own unique pieces to Arthur's story.
First up is Arthur's son, Michael. He happens to be in his car, and instead of typing something out, he just decides to record a voice memo. It's that in-the-moment, authentic kind of memory. And listen to this. Michael shares this incredible bit of advice his dad gave him. I mean, that's not just a fact about Arthur, that's the essence of his wisdom, a lesson that literally shaped his son's entire life. This is the kind of stuff that's so valuable, but so hard to capture.
And here's where the tech gets really smart. Michael's recording isn't just treated like an audio file, it's what's called a first-class narrative input. Basically, that means the system sees it as pure story. It automatically transcribes what he said and pulls out the most powerful quotes, getting them ready to be woven right into the written narrative.
Next up, we have Arthur's granddaughter, Chloe. She decides to contribute a cherished photograph, which tells a totally different kind of story, one about quiet moments and connection.
So Chloe uploads the photo, and she adds this simple, beautiful note explaining what it means to her. You see, without that note, it's just a picture, but with it, it becomes a story. That context is everything. It turns a photo into a memory and shows us a whole other side of who Arthur was.
Now, this is a game changer when it comes to actually preserving things. The system uses something called archival-grade metadata. In plain English, that means Chloe's story, the who, what, and why, gets embedded directly into the image file itself. So decades from now, no matter where that digital photo ends up, the story is permanently attached to it. It can't be lost.
And for our final contribution, we have Arthur's younger brother, Thomas. He shares a memory from way back in their childhood by recording a short, really heartfelt video.
Wow. I mean, this story is just a perfect window into Arthur's character, showing this selflessness that was part of him from a young age. It's a powerful story that only a brother could tell, and it gives us such a deeper understanding of the man he was. And just like it did with Michael's audio memory, the AI listens to the video, transcribes Thomas's words, and makes sure this incredible perspective on Arthur's character is captured and folded into the final story. Okay, so let's power for a second. We've got an audio clip, a photo with a caption, and a video. 3 different formats from 3 different people. How in the world does all of that become one single story? Well, this is where the AI puts on its narrative architect hat. So what's the secret sauce? The AI follows a few key steps. First, it just cleans everything up like a good editor would. Then it starts looking for connections and themes, like resilience or selflessness. It gets rid of any repetitive details, and then it harmonizes the tone, making sure everything reads with a consistent, respectful voice. And finally, it synthesizes it all, weaving everything into one flowing story. But, and this is absolutely crucial to understand, the AI is a powerful assistant, not the final author. The most important part of this whole process is the human touch, making sure the final story has real emotional authenticity. So Emily, as the organizer, gets this AI-generated draft, but she is the final editor-in-chief. She reads through it to make sure the voice, the feeling is just right. If a paragraph doesn't quite capture her dad's spirit, she can have the AI try again, or she can just edit it herself. She has complete and total control. You see, it's a true partnership between the family and the AI. The family provides the heart, the raw memories, the emotional truth. The AI provides the heavy lifting, the cleaning, organizing, and generating a polished draft. Technology is serving the human story here, not the other way around. And here's the payoff. This is just a little snippet from the final biography. You can actually see how the AI has masterfully woven all those different pieces together. Thomas's memory of selflessness, Chloe's experience of his quiet strength, and Michael's quote about resilience, they're all blended into one powerful, unified paragraph. It's amazing. So why go through all this trouble? Why not just, throw everything into a shared cloud drive and call it a day? Well, the answer gets to this really crucial difference between just storing data and truly preserving a legacy. This table really breaks it down. With typical cloud storage, all that vital context, the who, what, when, and why, often gets stripped away or ignored. A legacy platform embeds it forever. File quality can be compromised in the cloud, but here the originals stay pristine. And maybe most importantly, look at inheritance. With cloud storage, access is so often lost when someone passes away. A true legacy platform has a plan for that, a built-in stewardship to make sure the story survives for generations. And really, this all brings us back to a deeply personal question for every one of us. We all have these fragmented memories and stories in our own families. Thinking about how to gather them, how to weave them together, and how to preserve them for the future, that's one of the most meaningful things we can possibly do. So it leaves you with one final thought. How will your family's story be told?